Hi. So this is just an idea that is actually working really good in the field for other agents. So it's basically about using a different approach or a more powerful, I would say, approach to make more appointments in the field. So basically, once you have all your contacts already mapped out on your phone and you're ready to start contacting people, um, I want you to try this and see if that works for you. This is basically just a regular folder with a label, and if you need the materials, just let me know and I'll send you the. I already have the labels. I mean um, the the Word documents for this label, so you don't have to work on them. Just let me know and I'll share them with you. So it's just a regular folder, and with a label that would say 2017, 2018, senior benefits changes, and then your name and phone number. So I would put, this is again just ideas. You can actually add another document that you think would be provocative, important, that would provoke, or would get more people to ask more questions. That's the idea of this package. It's not about giving them the information, it's about letting them know what's going on and what they need to be aware. And creating questions in them. So this is the the document that we use. You also have access to it. If you don't, just let me know and I'll send you the PowerPoint as well. So this is a another page that we would put in the package, and the intention of this page is to actually leave it there with them, and of course make the appointment and create a more questions than people, to create that um that awareness in them, because a lot of people, the majority of them, do not know what's going on, what's going to happen. And this is a perfect time for us to start sending them a message of, like, you need to be prepared for 2018, but we have to start in 2017 because that's when you're going to start getting all these materials and changes. So um this part right here talks about the extra help with Medicare, which we help a lot of people, and this is an amazing marketing tool, because people do not want to pay these crazy amounts of monies, and Medicare if they don't have to. So if you need more training on LIS, I can send you some stuff as well. Um, Okay, so this is the annual notice of change. This is, what is it? If you're a Medicare plan, your plan will send a plan annual notice of change in September. So in September, they're gonna get a huge package that nobody reads and nobody understands. So that's our job, right? To help people understand if they should stay in their plan or if they should make a change when they can open during the open enrollment after October. That's why they get it in September. Who sends it? It's going to be your plan. And what should I do if I get this notice? This is the important question. Review any changes to decide whether the plan will continue to meet your needs in 2018. That's where we're gonna make them clear that that's our job. That's what I do. That's what I'm here to help you with. So, because they're not gonna know, they're not gonna understand what the changes, if they're good there, if they're not. So we want to create a trust with people, and to so they can trust you enough to ask you questions about, and know that you're not going to change them if they don't need to be changed, and that they're going to be always first in your priorities and in your presentation. So anyways, this is their name. So once you make the appointment, and I'll show you some ideas of what you can tell them and how you can guide your conversation. But yeah, this page is intended to actually write their names in the appointment. So if you're going back this afternoon, if you're talking to them in the morning and you're going back in the afternoon or you're going back next day, write it down in big letters, maybe with markers. So yeah, and this would be, of course, your name and your phone number. Okay, so these are just some ideas. Of course, go ahead and make any changes and give us suggestions if you have a different idea of like how to approach people. But I would say something like this. Okay, so I have a package for Miss Martinez. I would go to their house and of course always own the conversation. Always act like you are. Uh, you know, taking care of them, never act intimidated, be in control of a conversation and be polite, of course, and friendly. So they might ask, who's looking for her, go ahead and say your name with confidence, Esther Ost, try to shake hands if you feel like it's appropriate. Of course, you want to come across like very friendly, no, nothing formal or like intimidating, so yeah, try to be very friendly, very relatable. I just want to make sure you got my letter I sent you on the email. So you're basically following up with them, um, and asking them if you got if they got the letter, because by this time you already sent them a letter and describe the letter, right? Um, so yeah, the benefit consultants assigned to this zip code. So let them know that you are assigned to this zip code, and just make conversation with them. We're expecting so many changes in the seniors benefits. Talk to them about what's going on. Let them respond. I'm sure they watch the news and they know that there's a lot going on in Congress and government. They're making many changes and people are full of questions, full of different fears sometimes. So okay, we want every family to be prepared and aware of the changes coming this October. So just make conversation about what's going on, and laugh with them, connect with them. That's the most important part of the whole interaction with them. So we need to make sure you know where to go if you need help. And that's my job. That's our job, you can say, take care of every senior in the community. So many families, and that's why we have to start in July, because there's no way that we can take care of so many families that are getting this benefit. So, and explain to them why you have to start in July and why it's important for them to take advantage of you visiting them at that time, because there's no way that you're going to be able to spend so much time waiting for them to have time, what I mean. So make them believe, make them understand that you are busy, that there's a lot of people that need to be seen by you. So yeah, and have conversation. I will leave this package, and if you feel like it's a good time, you know if you feel comfortable enough, just ask, do you have a couple of minutes to explain? I mean, do you have 5 minutes? I would say, that way, and make conversation, connect with them. If you feel that they're resisting a little bit, um, you can just say, okay, I'm gonna, leave this package with you, and then just open it and start, writing down the appointment, and let them know that you're going back. Don't ask, just see how they perceive you, and just continue with the conversation. Oh, okay, that is what you need. Sure. They're going to start asking you questions. So the majority of people, once you start a conversation about benefits and about what's going on in next year, they're going to start asking you questions. So, and that's when you want to use some of these points, or some of these points, according to whatever they are telling you, of course. So let me bring you information about that. So just repeat what they're telling you. So, and make notes. Make sure that you have another piece of paper if you want to use um, the presentation document, paper, whatever you want to use. And if you want some ideas, let me know, and I'll send you some forms as well. So, but it doesn't have to be anything formal. You just make sure that you write their questions in in some kind of notebook or even in your phone, right? So repeat that, what they asked or comment. Let me come back tomorrow. Do you have any doctor's appointments in the morning? And make the appointment. Okay, yeah. Once they're telling you and they're asking you questions, you're writing them down. Don't give them the information. Do not explain um more than you should, because at the end of the day, the appointment the appointment is a time when you're gonna explain to them. So if you explain everything before you're actually giving them the presentation, um it's just, why would they need you if you already explained, you know what I mean? So you want to create more questions and um more reasons for them to want you to go back, right? And sometimes it does happen. It has happened to me. um that people are so interested on learning more because there's something going on in their lives that they need to fix. And if you can help them there and do the presentation there, of course, with Medicare, you have to get a scope of appointment first to be able to get into details with their plans and etc. But sometimes people are going to let you do the presentation right there. Just go back to your car if they have time. I would say something like, okay, so you need this and that. Oh my gosh, this is important. I mean, this is something that we need to take care of you right away. Let me see what I can do for you. And then, like, okay, let me just go to the car and get a couple of things that I need to help you. Go back, get your folder, because when you're doing these appointments, I would say it's not a good idea to have any kind of intimidating big binder or anything like that. Just have your folder, a little piece of paper, the folder that you're gonna leave them. That's a lot less intimidating. For some reason, when people see a big fat folder, they do not want to have a conversation with you. They tend to be intimidated. So, but anyways, that's what I've learned. And you might feel different, but that's the way I've worked, and it totally works for me. So I go back to my car, I get my fat binder already because they're already asking me questions, and I go ahead and and do the presentation and get all their questions, and then of course I make the appointment to be able to go back and help them with whatever they need help with. So just ideas. Um, okay, so this would be the letter, and I can send you you can copy paste this on a Word document if you want. Since this is PowerPoint, I just copy paste it. But you can do it in a Word document. It looks better. So this is basically a letter that I would leave the client in their house if I can't find them, so I can actually follow up. And a lot of people will actually call me, because they want to know what it is about. Because so this is something that have worked for me, and it's already working for with other agents as well in the field. So I wanted to share this with you. Um, I will go ahead and send you this presentation. And if you need the labels or, the original Word documents, please let me know. I'm here to help. Okay. So I hope you have a great day. God bless you. Bye bye.